If the money is not worth it, kwanza, if you feel like you're being drained personally as a content creator na hiyo pesa itushi, achana na hiyo kazi.
How did your parents take you being in the public eye most of the time? How did they receive it?
Well,
How did that phrase come, Jamani? Because that is your main. You're mostly known for that, if I'm not wrong. How did it come about?
so kuna mtu alikuwa na deni yangu.
Here we go. What's up, my people? Poet K2 over here, aka the only brown South Sudanese in Kenya so far. And if you disagree with that, you're an enemy. Welcome to Son of the South podcast. On this podcast, we're going to be talking about different fields. We're going to be having individuals from different fields talk about entertainment, talk about health, sitting down here with us and having discussions on things to do with things that are happening back in the community. And that being said, on my first episode today with me is a very young, talented lady. And when things go wrong, most of the time she says, Chamani, fuck it. Malu herself. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome 2024.
Thank you.
How's the year started for you so far?
It was very good, positive energy all the way. Yeah.
That is, if you say it was, that's 2023. We're talking about 2024.
Oh, okay, it is good, positive energy all the way. Yeah.
Any plans that you've already gotten for us?
Initially, good content, creating a better impact of myself. You know, I can't state out there that I want to do this or I'll do this, because even the Bible tells us you should not worry about tomorrow and let God plan it for you. So I'm living in the plans, but I'm leaving it for God, because I'm under mankind.
I think we've started at the top. So to begin with, who's Malu?
Malu. Wow, that's a very hard question.
Yes, obviously you know yourself more than the way we know you.
I just think I am a young girl who knows her buts and her don'ts and things she wants to do outside there. And yeah, a little bit focused. Sometimes I trip though.
Focused on what? There are a lot of things in life that someone can focus on. So what's that one thing that you're focused on in terms of your, be it your lifestyle, be it with your career or whatever that you do?
Okay, content creation and creating a brand for myself.
Okay.
Right now I have a small business called Malu Fashion. So my big dream or oath is to make it a big place like Mr. Price, whereby you can just enter and pick anything and not buy online, and you have to wait for 2 days for me to drop it for you.
How long has it been in plan? Because such businesses are so huge.
Funny, I started the business last year in January. Yeah.
So far?
It's doing well. Probably getting new stock today from outside the country. And we thank a few friends that have been there. So yeah.
That's so good. Now, I don't know if you know this, but people would like to know more about, apart from you being a content creator, because there are two different faces here. There's Malu, the content creator, and then there's Malu, an individual that people don't know offline. Tell us more about Malu offline.
Personally, the Malu that is online is still the same Malu offline. Because you can't, like, do you think I would script waking up in the morning and taking a shower? Like doing my vlogs, that is just literally me. Huyo ni mimi, vitu zenye nafanya is basically me. But what I can say is people that don't know about me maybe is I'm a joke on the internet. But when you meet me in reality, I know what I want. Like, people think I'm a cartoon. For real, I meet people and they're like, aka kanajua kenye kanafanya kweli. I get such weird
because
comments.
Of the character that you're always
the
in.
character I portray outside there, you know, doing Indian accent. Unaamka asubuhi naambia watu I'm trying to tell you. So they're like, So yeah.
Now talking about the accent, which is one of your most famous, or do I say your most well-known content right now? How did it start from you just being a normal Malu, as you were saying, to being the content creator you are, and then getting into the type of content that you're doing right now?
My first video was a Somali accent. I was demonstrating how Somalis act in Isili. That's the first video that blew up. No, that was not the first one. I was in Form 3 and I did a Sudanese accent as a pastor.
Okay.
And then I was talking about political things. It was all over the page. I was on SST TV. So I got scared and I went back into my shell, and I'm like, I'm not ready for all this publicity because I was still in high school. So I disappeared after the video. But when I came back from high school, I didn't pretend whatever I wanted, the grade I wanted. So I was like, what can I do with my life to make myself a better version? Because I was actually going through depression, like real bad, suicidal. I didn't feel like I was enough as a person, discrimination all over the place. But at the end of the day, love starts from you. So I had to love myself, and I had to figure out what I want to do. Funny thing is, watu wengi wamefanya media a lot, journalism nini, but hauwezi enda mahali na upate job. So what can I do to fix myself inside there? Sat down and I was like, you know what, we Africans don't like normal things. Tunapenda vitu abnormal.
Negative news sells a lot.
I can do accents, let's do this. Let's do this and we see how it goes. So I started enjoying what I was doing. It was slowly healing me. It was like therapy. Waking up and seeing myself doing something and seeing people appreciate me. Ilinibamba tu naturally.
Now, talking about you doing the first South Sudanese, the Sudanese accent. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people think that you're a Kenyan. I don't know if have you ever known that, or
a lot
in your comment section?
People think I'm Kalenjin.
To be more specific,
Yeah.
people think that you're from my in-laws. So talk to the people that think you're from the other side. And what do you think makes them think that way?
Lately, I've been doing a lot of Kalenjin accents. So they didn't see the Sudanese accent before. Unajua, it was in Form 3. And then I disappeared. And then that accent, the video, I posted it on Instagram. I didn't have a TikTok page. So when I came on TikTok, I started doing what most of the people are around me. So when Ruto became the president, I was like, you know what, let's use the Kalenjin accent. Actually, I learned the Kalenjin accent within 2 days.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know the accent.
You're a fast learner.
Yeah, I learned it mwezi kiisha, like December hivi tukiingia January, the beginning of last year.
Wow.
That's when so I was like, you know what, let's do this. So that's how I just ventured, try new things, even cooking, so on and so forth. So I decided, like, if this is my thing, let's me make it my thing. Yeah.
A South Sudanese born and raised in Kenya.
Yes.
How was life growing up? Being born and raised over here?
I can't complain. Kenya is my second home.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I still have to go back home.
Why will you say Kenya is your second home, yet this is where you were born?
See, nationality, my parents, my ancestors, my grandparents, they made me this impact.
Okay.
And I believe something you carry, a few things you carry, you didn't initiate them from yourself, you got them from your forefathers and members. And despite the growth, despite everything in life, blood is still thicker than water. Even if I go to the States today, tomorrow, they'll ask me, where are you from? They won't ask me, where did you grow from?
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay. So how was life growing up in Nairobi? You're a city girl. Now officially I can say you're a city girl because you were born in Nairobi.
Not really, I was born in Kakuma.
Born in Kakuma, and you found yourself in Nairobi. Tell us about the journey throughout, how you got yourself from Kakuma and found yourself in Nairobi now as a city girl.
Okay, I can't remember because I was quite young when I was in Kakuma. I was just born in Kakuma but raised in Nairobi. It's like I was born immediately when I was 2 years. I was already in Nairobi. So particularly, I feel like, I'm not so sure unless I ask my mom, maybe I was just born there and my mom was comfortable because our people were there.
Okay.
So she was trying to adapt and get to know people before she moves into the city. So yeah.
You've never gone back to Kakuma again after, like, for real? Why are you abandoning your people? Because you've just said right now that your mom and your
Those
dad.
are my mom's people, but I think her people mwenye wako huko already wako Nairobi, because I meet them and they're like, oh, they remind me every time how I was born in Kakuma, how I was stubborn when I was a baby. I don't know, but they all do that. So
do you think you're stubborn?
I don't think I'm stubborn. I just think I know what I don't want.
Even at a younger age, you also know what you want.
That's me being a baby now.
That's a nice one. Now, what are some of the things that you've heard mostly about Kakuma, and have you ever thought of like going back to where you were born and trying to connect with your roots now, because we can say that's your root.
Actually, I've always wanted to go back and do a vlog of a place where I was born.
What's stopping you? Is it the tax?
Not tax, but I'm still under my parents' nini, so.
But you can talk to them. They can.
I will. This year I'll definitely visit Kakuma.
All these years you've never talked to them for you to go over there.
It takes time before you approach someone about something, you know. Yeah.
Growing up in Nairobi, you've as a South Sudanese. Yes.
The best memories I have had as a child is creating new friends, creating an impact, getting to learn people's languages moja, being in different places. Wanasemanga kutembea kwingi ni kujua, so I can't say ati nimekaa mali moja. Nimekaa Kikuyu, nimekaa South Sea, Lang'ata, Ruaraka. So yeah. You're a domestic tourist within Kenya. I hope so.
You are, eh? And is talk looking about your fluency. You're very eloquent with how you speak. You're very fluent. You're very confident. Does it have anything to do with the environment, or is it school, or is it your parents? Tell us about that.
Me being eloquent in how I approach myself.
Yes.
You know, personally I believe hata mzazi akikulea pia wewe unajilea.
Okay.
Whatever you pick outside from people or whatever you adapt from people is a choice. Ndio maana mzazi anakuulizanga ndio tabia ulitoa wapi, because you went and picked it outside. So I would give credits to my parents. It's not really all about school. It's about wanting to know, the urge of wanting to know, the urge of being correct, the urge of being able, like, not a lot of people, if they stand in crowds, si kila mtu atasikilizwa.
Okay.
Not a lot, but how you approach the audience is how you'll be. Plus my high school life contributed to me being confident about myself.
Okay.
Yeah, because in high school people are not that nice to me.
Why will people not? And the way you're a very social person. You sound like a kind person. I'm saying that you sound, because I don't know you personally, but we've been friends for quite some time now on social media. Imagine this is the first time we're meeting with Malu after 4 years of knowing each other on social media. We knew each other in 2020 on social media, that is on Instagram. So why will people hate such a loving social person? Because most of the time I believe introverts get into trouble a lot than extroverts.
Allow me to say, I was still growing up in high school. Probably I can't, maybe there's something they didn't like about me, my personality. Plus the things I just don't want to touch outside there, but it wasn't really good in high school. So I was like, I'm coming outside here to build myself and to get the love that I want. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Now, talking about Malu, the brand. First of all, the name Malu, what does it mean?
Malu is a short form of Malwal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a short.
A lot of people are not able to pronounce Malwal, so I shortened it to be Malu.
That's being creative of you. So you've been using that name since when? When have you? Because I believe before. Because when I knew you were not using the name Malu, if I'm not wrong.
I was using Ciara.
Ciara.
Yeah.
From Ciara to Malu. What happened in between?
It's Ciara Malwal.
Ciara is a South Sudanese name?
No, my South Sudanese name. Achana nayo.
Okay. No, because like I'm trying to get like how
my
does
YouTube name was Ciara Malwal.
Okay.
So when I downloaded TikTok, nikaona acha niweke Malu. Juu Malwal ni refu sana. And then I love being unique. I don't like colliding with people around me, because a lot of Sudanese have the name Malwal. Plus Malwal it's not a female's name, it's a male's name.
Okay.
Malwal is my grandfather's name.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, you know what, I'm owning this name. It's really nice. Yeah, that's how I started calling myself Malu. You said
you got into content creation via TikTok mostly, apart from, because I remember you used to do a lot of you started your voiceover thing on Instagram, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, I started with voiceover more than accents.
But on TikTok, that's now where you've blown.
Because at first when I was doing my voiceover, I was not even confident showing my face. I was doing voiceovers without showing my face. But with time, articulation, being eloquent on camera, That's how I started posting and getting comfortable with TikTok. Like right now, I'm so comfortable with TikTok. I can post anything because as long as it's not bad, I am so comfortable. I don't have the thought of my mind that someone is going to get back at me and say this is wrong or this is bad, or someone is going to hate on me. If you want to, that's your problem. Me, I personally love myself, and I advocate people to love themselves. That's why you listen to what people say more than what you listen to yourself. You get worried about who atasema nini. You get worried how you atasema. If you feel like it's right, it's not illegal in any way. First of all, kama itakasirisha mama yako, you do it.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, you've just talked right now, you've just touched on things to do with, you're very comfortable posting things on TikTok as long as it's nothing that is bad, and so long as people won't say something bad about you. But we all know that social media is full with a lot of different type of people. We have people that are haters, we have people that love you. Have you ever experienced cyberbullying through any of your social media platforms, since right now you're a very big brand?
Yeah, I have.
Tell us about it.
It was I got hate on the Somali accent video.
Okay.
Like maybe the Somali felt intimidated, of which I understand.
Okay.
Not everybody has the same perspective. Some started calling me. The reason why I know the accent is I'm a house help. They called me black, dark skin. They were very hateful comments. But how I handled them, zilifika mali ikaisha hiyo nini, because at the end of the day walikuja waka understand this is content. Walikuwa na hate vibaya.
How did you handle it?
I did a video explaining why I am doing whatever I am doing, and then I started ignoring the comments. Ikafika at a point, if people love you, your fan base will win over your haters, and watazima too. So nice. Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of ladies being bullied on social media, and they've turned it into a very good career. A very good example is Ziad. I'm very sure you know of her. A lot of ladies that are on TikTok right now were inspired by Aziad. I don't know if you're one of them, or are you?
I wouldn't say she inspired me, but I can say she's inspiring.
Okay. Because I remember when she blew up in 2020, if I'm not wrong, when she was doing the Utawezana challenge, and she blew up. People started focusing more on the negative part about her than the positive part.
You know, in life, you know you're making it once you start getting haters. Like that's where you're knowing, okay, I'm getting, because pia wewe, if people love you sana pia utashanga. You know, kuna time I was looking at my comment section, I was like, people are not actually hating, kwani nini mbaya? And then today morning I woke up, someone actually tagged me saying, mention a TikToker who people find attractive,
but you don't.
And I was like, fuck. You know, I just smiled and
you
I'm
said
like,
chamani, fuck it.
I was like, okay, at least kuna mtu mahali namsumbua roho. So yeah. And then funny thing, hata mtu ana profile picture ana nini, so I'm like, why should I be bothered about someone I don't even know? But it's kuchukiwa ni poa, inakupeanga like motive fulani.
That is a very nice one. So now talking about your social media life, and mostly the TikTok where penye wewe umeblow sana. What is that one video yenye ulifanya? Because obviously watu huanza account zao pole pole. What is that one video that blew and then made your account grow that much?
I have like 3 videos that blew. The first one was the Somali accent. The second one, I did a vlog of my days and Nilianza vlog, and I was using Kale, Kisi and Somali accent at the same time in the video. And then I did a video of my former matron in high school.
So those are the 3 videos. Are they at a million? And
yeah.
Wow, those are very nice.
And then the recent one that I did stealing food from my mom's comrade when you unaendanga unaiba, I think it's at 1.5M.
Now, that is the one that was played on 10/10.
Yeah.
How did we get there? That's a national television. I remember seeing the video, you going there, and then I was like, so we've reached to this extent. That means now your brand is growing more bigger and more bigger. How did you get to find yourself on 10/10?
I can only say it's God. But I pray.
You know, a lot of people say ni God manze, but there's a story behind.
No, personally I pray.
Okay.
I pray.
You're a very religious person.
Yeah, I was DM'd. I was like, she's called Aziza. Shout out to Aziza. like yendo alini DM akaniambia
on
nini
TikTok?
nini. Yeah, on Instagram. She actually DM'd on both platforms. She reached out and I was like, this is an opportunity, so let me put myself outside there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you go to. So that means there's something that they saw in you.
Yeah.
There's something that that they've seen that you're positively preaching about something. That's how you got to it. And you were very confident, and that was your first. Was that your first time on national television?
Yeah.
And how you know the way you handle it, huh? Let me drink because it's about to be hot over here. You know the way you handled the interview. I'm not hating on anybody, but out of the 3 people that were there, I can say you stood out very well. Yeah. How is it? How is it something that that is inbuilt, something that you have within you? Because the way they were interviewing you, it was like as if you've been there before. That was your 4th time or your 5th time over there.
Let me see if I've ever been in an interview, but not on TV.
Okay.
So I have the experiences of how to handle yourself in an interview. Plus, I've done communication skills, so you read how you're supposed to present yourself in an interview, look good, and at the end of the day, mi huamini vile unajipresent kwa watu hivyo ndio watu watakubeba. Hata vile unavaa ni vile watu watakubeba.
Okay.
Wewe ukitaka kubebwa kaa fala, vaa kaa fala. Wewe ukitaka kubebwa kaa superstar, vaa kaa superstar. Put yourself in that shoe. I believe life is creating opportunities for yourself, and then opportunities will create itself for you.
Repeat that again. Repeat that again. Najua wajasikia.
Life is creating opportunities for yourself, then opportunities will create time for you. Wow. So itakuja tu naturally. Yeah.
So you have to work for what you want, and through the results you'll get more.
Yeah, you can't keep on saying, unajua saa zingine mukanga na wasichana and they're like, Malu, how did you do it? How do you financially buy yourself some things? Is it your mom? Okay, I'm going to say this. I don't have a problem financially. My parents are always there for me and I'm very grateful. But inafikanga mahali, I'm like, what can I do for myself? Unajua, add death in your plans. Anything can happen. So what if these people are erased in your life, how can you stand up for yourself?
That's so deep. Add death in your plans.
If like for real, how watu wenye wanakulipia everyone, sawa, maybe they're doing a 90% in your life, but if they leave from your life, can you give yourself a 20%? So I push myself. I'm like, Malu, jilipie nywele, jilipie kucha, buy yourself clothes. You don't have to ask for your mom. Kani fair jilipie. I put myself in that situation. Hata saa zingine I feel like I'm struggling, but it's a good thing because I know at the end of the day when I become that type of woman I won't be struggling because I have already struggled my days as a teenager or in my 20s.
You guys know her as Malu. Right now she's seated here, she's talking like a motivational speaker.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Nitakudanganya by the way.
Because I'm wait, are you saying that you're lying to the
No, I'm saying life is really funny when you meet a crowd of people or you meet someone and you try to put sense in their head. Once you already realize huyu ni mtu aina gani, unampea kenye anataka. We're human beings. Ukiona huyu mtu wa sherehe, give whatever the society wants. Because mimi ni binadamu, nitachoka kukuadvise kila siku. I'm pushing you, tutaishi venye unataka tuishi. Ushaisikia hata wazazi wenyewe wanakwambia nimekuachia Mungu.
That's a curse.
Wewe
that's a curse.
Nimekuachia Mungu.
If it goes to that extent where your parents
hatuwezi kuwa the same sisi wote. We can't all be the same financially, emotionally. We always have to have someone who's suffering.
Talking about financial stuff, Malu. It's very expensive to create content. I'm 100% sure about that, since I'm somehow a content creator in some kind of way. And for you to create content, an example of your content, are there some financial instability that makes your content difficult to create at some point? Or if there isn't, what are the requirements mostly in terms of financial stuff to do your content?
Personally, I can't say I have difficulties in financially when recording my content because my content is very cheap. It's based on what I do in my life. So mimi kama nimeamua kukula smoky, hiyo ndo nitakula na hiyo ndio mtawatch as a content creator. I am trying to be as natural as possible and trying to be myself. If I have money for Uber, I will Uber. If I have money for Matatu, I will Matatu, because that is what I can afford in the moment. So I do content creation according to how I am that at the moment. So I can't say I'm suffering. Maybe Kenya naeza nisumbua as a content creator ni environment. Environment and maybe lighting. Juu ukienda mali you can't shoot lighting nini. That itakuhinder as a person. Na environment pia the type of people you're surrounded with, because I used to stay in a hostel and the environment was so bad, like
that was back in school.
Yeah, and I was unable to even shoot content. Inanipatia stress, I'm losing money, I'm working with brands. So environment pia.
What do you mean by you're losing money when you're working with brands? I thought you're supposed to be gaining money.
Sasa if environment ni mbaya na lighting ni mbaya, for example I'm doing a beauty skin care, na nilikuwa kwa hostel, mnalala watu wa 6, hakuna camera, hakuna kioo, hakuna anything you can record. Yes, I have the equipment, but the environment, and I believe content creation needs a lot of peace. Content creation haitaki kelele mingi, like
mental stability.
Mental stability. So hiyo ndio inaweza kuwa challenge. Unaona nafanya beauty whatever, maybe a brand Nivea wanataka nifanye nini. So I have to be in a position whereby something attractive, you know, you just can't post something that doesn't look good. It's how you portray kitu yako. Unajua naweza vaa kiatu na kwangu itakaa poa, na ukivaa itakaa poa.
True.
So it depends on how you bring it outside. There's so many personally environment and lighting can affect my content a lot.
How do you get to work with brands that you're talking about? Because I've seen you advertising like big brands. The one that we're still waiting for to advertise is Coca-Cola, because you've been advertising it for the longest time. How do you get to work with brands as a content creator? Do they approach you or do you approach them?
Some brands are amazingly beautiful to work with, and some brands you learn from them. I cannot say some are bad. You learn as a person. Sometimes I might not meet their expectations, and sometimes they might not meet my expectations. Maybe I want a certain amount and they're not able to give me that. Sasa unaona tu hapo tunaumia wawili. Ama maybe I was unable, because I'm human being. Probably want an approach of 20k, I gave you 11k. It's not my fault, so it has difficulties sometimes. Juu maybe ukumit expectation yake, anaweza naambia brand nyingine wewe ukumit expectation yake. So saa zingine you talk and agree on what I can offer, on how it can be. Yeah, working with brands is not easy. It's not easy as it looks like.
It's very difficult.
It's very difficult because
there are rules and regulations for
some do have rules and regulations, because some are expecting a lot of things from you. Alafu kuna zingine ziko na pressure. Yeah.
Because there are stories that I've heard that there are some things, whenever you associate yourself with some things, brands will not come for you.
True.
Do you mind touching on that, so that whoever that is learning, that is doing content outside there and is still asking himself or herself, how come I've not yet gotten brand?
Let me give a
what
piece
does
of
it
advice
take
to the content creators.
Yes, talk to them, Malu.
If the money is not worth it, kwanza, if you feel like you're being drained personally as a content creator na hiyo pesa haitoshi, achana na hiyo kazi. You're bigger than what you are. Be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself. Don't overwork yourself because of okay, people have red cards. Unajua maybe I can advertise this money at 30 Gs or 20 Gs. We are different. Wewe kama utakubali 5, but don't kama inakustrain as a person, na kama hiyo pesa wanakulipa au ni more than what you're using in a day. What are you bringing to the table? But si unajiumiza tu.
So in other words, they should know their worth.
Please know your worth, first of all. Second of all, come to an agreement with the brand. You know, understand pia the brand. Okay, not all the brands are the same financially, but usiumie na wasiumie. Pia look, be kind to yourself and also be kind to the brand, because you don't know tomorrow. Sometimes watu wanakuambia nimeanza kazi mpya nini, I want to a package review, mfanyie roho safi. But next time akikuja mwambie iko hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. Pia wewe have your stance, have your limits. Alafu kuna brands zingine tu ukifanya kazi ni kazi kwa watu wengine, how you portray pia the brand it matters. Unajua unaweza ambia upige mboka ya sigara na utapiga but yes, ndio utapiga mboka ya sigara. No, my mom will kill me.
Okay.
Alafu hata anaanza aje.
Talking about your mom, like one thing that I know with our South Sudanese parents, when it comes to issues to do with social media or the public thing.
They don't like
and
it.
And mostly strictly with ladies, because I know how strictly we are as brothers to our sisters. How did your parents take you being in the public eye and doing what you do most of the time? How did they receive it?
Well, okay, when I did the first Sudanese accent, my dad was very chill. The alikuwa anaona ni kitu normal. They didn't know it was going to be a very big impact at the baadaye. Kuna time after my phone was stolen na nilikuwa usiku nje nikipiga mboka. So my mom alinijamia. She was like, I don't want you on TikTok. That thing is bad. Nini. She didn't like. My mom was not advocating for me to be out on the public, by the way. I have a very strict mom and I love her. She's made me the type of woman I am today. Nice. Before I do something, I'm like, what will my mom think of me? Si hata society, mi mamangu ndio kila kitu. Juu hata sahi nikisota ni mamangu ndio nitaendea. Before a brand pays me, my mom will give me immediately that money. So she didn't support it. She was very against it. But I have an aunt, Aunt Nyejani. She did.
Shout out to
Aunt Nyejani. And also mom here. So alikuwa anaona Kenya nafanya, you know, ikiwa mbaya ananiita kando, anani correct, ananiambia don't go this direction of TikTok, nini shows nini. So like pia endo, she used to open my mom's mind, do you understand? And with time my mama amezoea. There's a time I took her to the airport, akaambia wewe ni mama Malu. So she's happy. Nasa tukitembea naye kwa barabara naitwa superstar. When I was post at 10/10, she called my dad immediately. So she's like, you just do your thing, I'm proud of you. Jumi naye nimesumbua mamangu. Before hata nianze TikTok, I used to do theater. I love theater. I love achana na accents. Me, I love, if there's a place I belong, it's the theater. Emotionally wise, script, directing. So I did that when I finished my form 4 as a short course. I mean, kasema nenda set books kupiga mboka and to explore. So theater was 3 months away from home. Unalala nje, kesho kwa Kisumu. Aki my mom alikuwa anachukia hiyo job. Aki alikuwa anachukia hiyo kazi. Hata ana convince babangu nirudi home. But mimi naamka asubuhi.
Uko na jiba?
Naenda. I did.
How do you go back home? Because you're a lady, man. How do you go back home?
They just give me lecture and then I'm like, mom, aki nimefanya kazi ndio hata pesa. You know, and
so once she sees the money,
she's like, okay. Sawa jaiba, amefanya kazi. I show her pictures of me wearing the Masai culture and the attire. Hata nikiwa stage naambia mtu ani record nitumie mamangu. I just wanted her to see whatever I was doing. After the photography classes, I used to send my dad pictures. I never wanted to put my parents in a situation where they feel they're wasting their money.
Okay.
Yeah, because each generation, parents are really feeling like that. So amekubali. Like saya tena nizanga umeitiwa nini na brand unigawie. Yeah.
That is so good, and that basically says that to any parent that may be watching, your child may have a talent outside there, and most of these children that get blocked by parents, because I think a lot of parents only think that for a child to be successful in life, it's either you become a doctor, you become a lawyer.
Okay,
now an example of you,
white collar jobs
in general. Yeah. An example of you, you're a journalist by profession, if I'm not wrong, right? Because you recently graduated with
TV film and
TV. Yes, by that. But still, she's doing the other side, the other thing sideways, which is also making it somehow relating with what you're not even somehow. It relates with what you're doing. So to parents outside there, man, let your children go after what they love. So long as it's nothing that is negative, let them go after what they love. And now, how do you balance your celebrity lifestyle and your normal lifestyle? How do you, because when you were in school, because I believe it was a bit difficult for you to balance studies, for you now to graduate, because I've known of people that have been in the university for more than 6 years, 8 years. I know of comedians here in Kenya that have been in the university for more than 8 years, because balancing education and the lifestyle of your career, now it's very difficult. How do you balance that in school?
Put your career first.
Wow. Are you for real?
Put your career first. Maliza shule kwanza. Put your career first.
But
and make sure the most time you give it's for your books.
When you say put your career first, what do you mean? Because someone can be a comedian and you're also studying engineering. The comedy is
I always
also
have
a career.
I have a booklet of what will I do during the day? I have to go to school. I make sure that I have gone to all my classes. I have attended. I have completed all my assignments. Then I start thinking about content creation. Then I create a side for content creation. Yeah.
So that is how you balance it. So that means basically you punctuate really.
I know content creators who miss classes, but I understand maybe wameshindwa kubalance time, hatuwezi kuwa the same, but jikalishe chini and you can figure it out. You can.
That is nice. So guys, make sure you have a balancing. It's not don't put too much effort on one thing, forgetting the other thing, right? That is basically what Malu is talking about. Now Malu, the phrase "chamani fuck it," it's everywhere. Celebrities who are even much bigger than you are using it. Media houses I'm seeing are using it. How did it come about, first of all, the Jamani fuck it? Because now here's the thing, before we even touch on that, when you went to 10/10, yeah, because saying Jamani fuck it, in other words, means fuck it. On national TVs, people don't cuss. When you were saying it, there was a bit of confusion from the host that was hosting you. I remember her saying that
she'll have to apologize.
No, did it bring any?
No, I used platform.
Okay.
I said platform.
Okay.
Chamani fuck it, hata yeye mwenyewe ndo alikuwa anatumia more than me, and
Yeah,
I think
but she
ni
used
kama
to cut
media
it off.
imekubali hiyo chamani fuck it.
Okay.
So platform ndio watu wajizoea bado.
How did that phrase come, Chamani fuck? Because that is your main. You're mostly known for that, if I'm not wrong. How did it come about?
So kuna mtu alikuwa na deni yangu.
Here we go.
Ya pesa. Akasema anilipi. So I was so mad, naangalia naona memes za pesa zenye watu wajirefund. Don't borrow me money, you will lose me. I picked up my phone. I did a video of saying rudishia watu pesa hata ukiambia mama yao sijui nini. And then I just got myself saying I didn't want to sound rude and I didn't want to sound mean.
Sarcastic. You wanted to sound
So I didn't want to say fuck it.
Okay.
And then I was in the Kalenjin accent moment. So I had to bring it in a Kalenjin form. And I was like, you know what, chaman fuck it.
And the rest is history.
And yeah.
Here we are right now.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a very big brand right now, because everybody. The last person that I saw using it was Abel Mutua, and that was yesterday.
Mukuru.
Yes, I think that was when they were talking about some other issues, and I think I'll have to touch on this and this is a bit of a sensitive topic. As a lady, 2024 started in a negative way, if I may say, for women within Kenya. What I'm talking about, I think you may be aware of it. January looks as if it has 70 days right now. We've had cases of murder cases day after day. The last time, the other week, it was about the issue of the late Stali Wahu, if I'm not wrong, the sister to Pastor Kanyari, who was killed in an Airbnb. And then this week itself, we've had like almost 4 cases of ladies being killed. The worst one was the lady that was her body
TRM.
was at the TRM drive, and daily after daily, even yesterday we had a case. Today also we've had a case happening in Nyandarua, if I'm not wrong. What do you have to say about this? Because I think there's something that people are not talking about, and there's something that needs to be touched on this topic.
First of all, I'd like to send my condolences to the families that have lost these young ladies. They've lost their life at a very young age without exploring what they want. Second of all, I'd like to tell people to stop assuming it's people are being killed out of prostitution.
Okay.
We can't, because I saw a middle-aged woman being dumped. It can't be the same problem. The lady her head was chopped off while cooking ugali.
Okay.
That is so innocently. We can't say it's like she or whatever did of immorality or anything. And even though you are an immoral woman outside that, it doesn't give you the right to be killed or slaughtered in such a way, because at the end of the day, we're human beings. Personally, I don't think death is the answer to everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Thirdly, people are getting so comfortable in the internet. So personally, I feel like hiyo post that someone has been killed inachangia. Personally, okay, the reason why I'm saying this, allow me to say this, you know, watu wengi wako na chuki among their exes and their wives.
Okay.
So the fact that you killed your wife, sorry to say, shindwe, and I'm like,
God forbid.
God forbid. Kei ameua msupa wake. Si hata mimi naweza. Ikapostiwa tena. Huyo mwingine amepostiwa.
Wait, are you trying to say it's giving other people confidence to do it?
It's giving people confidence to do it, because the more people see it, the more people do it outside there. Well, they should limit the posting of it.
But if we don't,
if they are posting people killing, they should post how they are being tortured. The next person who is about to kill,
no.
But
the thing is this. If they don't post about it, an example of the national media houses, if they don't post about it, there won't be awareness about it. Because if right now all these national media houses that are posting it have created awareness, and it has now started a conversation.
Yeah, it's
on
good
this
to create awareness.
So what do you mean by they should not be posting it? Because you think that it's encouraging some other boys or other men?
In as much as they post it, they should also post the consequences. Unajua wamepost tu tumeona ameuliwa, hatujaona venye hawa wanaume wamefanyiwa. We want to see if they're going to be justice. You know, before you do something, like let me give an example. You haven't done your assignment, Cindy.
Negative nini on me, okay, but
you haven't done your assignment, probably chemistry assignment, and the teacher comes in and you're only kicked out, and the next day you're back to class. Hakuna tumefanyiwa, si hata mimi ndasema hakuna tulifanyiwa, so I can do the same thing. In as much as they are posting, we should also see the consequences. We want to see these people being tortured. Ndio they create awareness for the next coming matters. Yeah.
What do you think may be the cost of this killing? Because there are two things here. People are saying, because it has now created, let's say, a gender battle, yeah, conflicts. Men are saying women are finding it easier to use their body to get money, ending up going to meet with people that they don't know about. Yet women are saying that men are taking advantage of these women that have trusted them. So who do you think is that? I don't even know if I should put it that way, but what do you think is the cause of this?
I wouldn't blame any female or male from this point. What I can advise the women outside there is easy money inakujanga mbio na inaisha immediately. If you're selling your body because you want easy money, don't do it. Be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself. Imagine dying such a painful death. Venye msichana amekatwa ni mtu mwenye hakuwa amekufa bado, juu miguu imejikunja. It means she died in pain. And don't put yourself in such a situation. Unaweza jitoa from that situation kabisa. And about men, if you don't like a woman and you feel she's after you because of her money, achana tu na yeye. Yeah, I'm not generalizing that men wote wamefanya hiyo, na sisemi ni wanawake wote wamefanya hivyo, but those particular one people, just have self-conscious about yourself, have respect for yourself, have your own means for yourself, like kuwa na limits zako as a person. Hivyo tu. Na if it's a first time meet up dating, or you actually want it genuinely, make sure someone knows where you are about, knows your location. I'ma go to an open place, meet once, 2, 3 or 4. If it's genuine, then it will be genuine. But
the other thing also that people don't talk about, and this is a topic whenever we bring it up, people turn tables most of the time. Apart from the attention now being on the ladies being killed, people think that the boy child has been left out of this. People are saying that men are also being killed or being harassed in relationships and end up dying, and people are not talking about it too. People think that the girl child is mostly favored than the boy child. What's your take on that? What do you think
I'll just give one answer. Let's all practice gender equality. That's all I can say.
I don't think okay, sorry to say this, but I may be cancelled for this, but do you think that men and women are equal in this current world?
Mimi nasema sahi wanawake wamejituma sana. And it's not a bad thing. Wacha watu wajitume.
No, like the two-third gender and any debate. Do you think there's a day that it will ever come to pass?
No.
So, in other words, you guys have already heard it. Malu has said it. Miss Jesema. So, Anyway, before we now close it, I just want you to talk to your people directly to the camera. Any last words that you like to tell them, be it about content creation, be it about anything inspirational, because there are people outside here that are doing the same content that you may be doing, that wants to give up and don't see anything out of this. Talk to them. There's your camera.
First of all, don't judge me based on the answers that I've given. I'm still growing up and I'm learning myself as a person. What I can give advice out there is be kind to yourself, love yourself, be patient with yourself, put yourself outside there, and usijilimit as a person. Fellow content creators, just keep on pushing. At the end of the day, the fruits will come out there. And you're much loved. I guess that's all I can say.
So guys, this has been a very good episode with Malu aka Jamani. Faggot. So we're gonna be having more discussions on this, and before we even end it, we'd like you to say your social media platforms for those that may be watching you globally from a new place.
My Instagram it's Malu. My TikTok it's Malu28. Yeah, those are the only platforms I use. My YouTube Sierra Malual.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, you guys have heard it from Malu. She's a content creator. She's an influencer. She's a brand ambassador of very big brands, and we've had a very good discussions. We've talked on many topics. I think I hope you guys have not only just heard of her story, but have learned something out of this. And these are things that we'll be having more. We'll be having other content creators. We'll be having people from different fields on this same table. Each and every Wednesday and Friday we'll be having them. That being said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, and the next episode comes in very soon. That being said, we said Jamani
Faggot.
Faggot. Na tumeenda.